So lecture 9 is about temperature. So it asks to convert each of these temperatures to the other two temperature scales. So we're going to have to convert to Celsius and Kelvin here. So for this case, for Fahrenheit to Celsius, we want to use this equation. Now, maybe be pointed out that you should have the units of measure in here to show the cancel, but we can just go with the magnitudes and then add the units in later. So we have 5/9, 56 minus 32, and 32 is exact, so we can go out as many decimal places as we need there. So we have, and 5 and 9 are exact, so we have 56 minus 32. This will give us 5/9, and this is 24.0. And remember again, the 5/9 is exact, so times 5 divided by 9. Oops, 24 times 5 divided by 9. And this comes up to be 13.3. And on any of these calculations, I'm moving pretty fast. If I make a mistake, the setup is correct, so even if you get down to the end and I may make an error, you can let me know, but just double check it. If you get a different answer than me and you do it, follow the same pattern, and you end up getting something different, that's probably the right answer. You can always check with me though. Okay, now we have we have to convert Fahrenheit to Kelvin. Now we don't have an equation to go directly there. What we have to do is Fahrenheit to Celsius to Kelvin. So luckily I did the Celsius first. So when we do the Celsius to Kelvin, Kelvin is going to be Celsius plus 273.15. So this is going to be 13.3 plus 273.15. You may have been taught before to just use 273. You'd like to, a lot of times that's okay, but since we go out to the tens place here, you want to use all of your decimal places so that you don't lose any of the information. And this is 286.45, which we're going to then round to 5 Kelvin. So for the next one, 111 Kelvin, we're going to do out 4 different ones here. We're going to go pretty fast. So we need to convert to Celsius and then also to Fahrenheit. So we have TC is equal to TK minus 273.15. So different, just the going back to Celsius here, so the reverse of what we just did. And then we have 111 minus 273.15. So it's always best, in this case, just leave the units of measure off for now, and then add them in after you're done. This is going to be minus 162, because we have to stop at the ones place, and this will be degrees Celsius. And then we want to go back to Fahrenheit. So that's going to be 9/5 TC plus 32. So this is going to be 9/5 minus 162 plus 32. So 2 minus times 9 divided by 5 plus 32. And minus, we can only go to the ones place here. So this is going to be 260 degrees Fahrenheit. And when you obviously am working away on the calculator, feel free to fast forward. Now we have to do Fahrenheit and Kelvin. So Kelvin one we'll do first here. We have to go to Kelvin. We have the Celsius plus 273.15, and this is going to be 145. We have the tenths place here too, so it's good to have that 0.15 on the end. 145.0 plus 273.15, and this comes up to be 418.15, so we're going to round that to 2. So this would be degrees, no degrees here, that's just Kelvin. Used to be degrees Kelvin, actually, when I went to school, but it's now just no degree sign. And then, what do we have to do? We got to go to Fahrenheit here, so we have this again. So this is 9/5, 145.0 plus 32. So 145 times 9 divided by 5. And that's going to be, and then plus 32. So this is going to be 293.0 because we go out to the tenths place. So this would be degrees Fahrenheit. And then finally, this one, this is a nice one to have here. Degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. Just to see something unusual here. So we want to go to now we have to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So we have to use this equation. We have 5/9 minus 40 minus 32. Again, 32 is an exact number. So that's minus 72 in the parentheses times 5 divided by 9, and we end up with minus 40. This is because the scaling between Fahrenheit and Celsius are different from each other. So the slopes of the temperature versus the gradients on the thermometer are different. So their slopes do eventually intersect, or their lines do eventually intersect, and they intersect at minus 40 degrees Celsius. So you're going to get this unusual thing here. And then we have Kelvin is TC plus 273.15. So that's minus 40. Make sure you get that minus in there. If you forget, you're going to get a completely different answer. Oops. And actually, so this is going to be minus 40, so it'll be 233. In this case, we have to round to 0.2 Kelvin. And just feeling a little uncomfortable with, yeah, that's fine. And so I think that's it. Now, anytime you have a Kelvin for an answer, it cannot be negative. So if you end up with a negative Kelvin answer, you've done something wrong. Which, that's sad that you did something wrong, but it's great that you have that check. So if you end up with a negative Kelvin, and that could easily happen if you put a negative sign in there by mistake. So that will always keep your eye out for those little clues that will help you in case you've gone astray.